Alright, so here's the update. This is going to be the next chassis. I figured instead of doing a bunch of, like I don't know if you saw the last chassis, it was one license plate, and then I attached a side like that and a side like that, and then I made a front plate and a back plate. So, but this, my thought for this one was to have no cuts, just one bend, and holes drilled, right? So this is gonna be the front, and this will be the top. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, because they have holes in them already, you know what I mean, where you screw your license plate in. And what I'm gonna do is just attach them through those holes, bada bing bada boom, like that. And then this time that was the front, here's the back. I got a grommet, boom, for the power cable, instead of cutting that big old dookie rectangle out, you know, with tin snips, which both times I did that on the previous two chassis, looked real bad. It worked, and it was actually quite nice. You know, you just plug in, and you didn't have a cord hanging out the back. But I figured this time I'm going to try to do away with all cuts, and I'm just going to do bolts. There, you know, there's all I had to do was bend and drill one hole in the back for the power cable, and then for the front I got that's going to be in, volume, bass, treble. That's the fuse. Oh no, I do apologize. Yeah, the in, volume, bass, treble, out. There's the fuse. That's the pilot light, and that'll be the on-off switch. So, and then what I'm planning on doing is for the holes that, you know, for these holes in the front and back, and then for the sides, because there will be an opening on the sides, I'm just going to mount that onto like a board, and then I can just drill in right here and right here in the front and back. I'll have like a little tab that I can drill into that'll be mounted on the board, and then on the sides I'll have you know, just like a, hold on one second, I'm gonna put this together real quick and then show you. Alright, I'm back. So here it is. You can see it just kind of fits together like this. I just have this hand, like not even hand tight, you know what I mean? But I've got like the hex screws, and they're like kind of like flat, sort of, kind of, you know. They're like the panhead style screws. So it'll look like that, you know. I might, oops, almost dropped it, anything. Might, you know, get these a little flat, because they got a little tiny bit warped when I was pounding out the curve, you know, the bends in them. So we've got this, and what I'm going to do is, if I can get far enough back, let me just put this on a step like this, bada bing, bada boom, point. Yeah, there we go. Just do it like that. So this part will be on the bottom, and then I'll just have a piece of wood here, you know, attached to that bottom board, and then the holes, you know, these ones, and you know, these ones that are already in there. You know, I won't have to do any extra drilling or anything like that. I might have to straighten that out a little bit, but it'll straighten out once I mount the thing too. So I've got plenty of room on this. I've got about 6 inches here, you know, and then 2 3/8 from top to bottom on both front and back, and then it'll just sit like, you know, like this. Sounds like I have a squirrel fight up in the trees there. So yeah, so that's that. I wanted to just document this because I didn't document the actual build, but I think this is going to work really well because it's going to be more easy to replicate. I won't have to do a bunch of like cutting and measuring and all that kind of stuff. All I had to do was bolt this together. Well, I drilled the holes first. I just, you know, measured and drilled. You know, you can't probably see the line. Oh, because I sanded in there too, so I could sand the back of the input jack, so I could get a good ground connection, because that's where the ground will be. Either way, yeah. And also got a grommet for the power cable, so I'll just have a line coming out the back instead of the plug, the 3-prong plug, you know, that you can unplug and all that kind of stuff. It'll just be a solid line in there that'll always be, you know, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Either way, I just want to make this a quick video to document the chassis build, because this is going to be really easy. Like if I wanted to make 10 of these things, I could put these together, no problem at all. It took me no time. Most of the time it took me was trying to figure out, you know, how I was going to lay out the, you know, the holes, because I had them all figured out. But then I didn't take into consideration the holes that were already in there. So on these ones, I had it like here, and the potentiometer would have run into this hole, and I wouldn't be able to use the hole to secure it against the mounting that I'm going to use. So I had to move all these and remark everything, and then you know, and then I drilled them. But now that I have this layout figured out, I could probably do this in no time at all. You know what I mean? You give me 2 license plates, bada bing, bada boom, I could have a chassis built in no time. You know what I mean? So, all right, there it is, and I'll keep you posted on the rest of it. All right.